a figure of Shiro from No Game No Life. This is Alice in Wonderland version. Oh no, there's something wrong with this figure apparently. Mine just arrived with an unacceptable quality. Glue burns, marks and residue, missed paint, scratches and missed cuts. She is going for 75,000 yen. It's Solaris Japan. 75,000 yen, really. Hi and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to this month's figure release highlights. We'll be taking a look at all of the scale figures. Well, not exactly all, but the main highlights of the scale figures that were being released this month in March. Alright, so this is MFC, and then we head for figures section as usual. And then we go down to this month's release section, view more. And then finally over here, we need to refine things on top category. We go for pre-painted, that limits things to only scale figures. Okay. So over here on Friday 31st, 2 scale figures. The first figure over here is something I'm quite excited about because she is high quality yet cheap. I did not pre-order this one, but eventually you can expect me to purchase her at some point, not in a hurry. I don't see this one selling out that soon. So this is a 1/7 scale of Arcueid Brunestud from Tsukihime, Type Moon, made by Alter for only 14,000 yen before taxes. That is very cheap, but as you can see, this is a very plain figure, shouldn't cost more than that. And with Alter, regardless of whether it is a cheap or an expensive premium figure, they do a great job with the paintwork. So do expect this figure to be very nicely made despite the simplicity. And also, this is a must-have for all Type Moon fans, Tsukihime fans, even Fate series fans. Go for this figure. Pick one up. This is a good buy. Since when was the last time we saw a Tsukihime figure, scale figure? I think that was 10 or 12 years ago, maybe older than that. The next one here we have Aura Bella Fiora Sobin version for 17,500 yen. This is made by Union Creative, non-scale I assume. Yep, non-scale, but the height is 32 centimeters all the way to the top of the ball. Is that ball or float she's holding? So I would estimate this to be closer to 1/7 scale. Okay, 18k is an okay price. You might want to wait for, user photos before deciding to pick this one up if you did not pre-order her. To me, this is just another swimwear figure, swimsuit figure, but at least you get a nice tree branch on the ground, I guess. Next one here, this is by Aniplex and Wing Company. Yeah, Nezuko 1/8 scale from Kime Yaiba. This one is 15,000 yen, fairly low priced, but this is likely to be a very small figure. I haven't seen the dimensions of this figure yet. Anyone care to take a guess? Maybe 12 centimeters at most? The box is likely to be like this, like price figure size box. 15k still feels expensive, maybe because I look at the size of the figure. Yep, 12 centimeters, you see? 1:1 millimeters, 1/8 scale. Alright, back to this page. Nezuko was released on 30th, so we go down to the 29th. 2 figures over here. The first one, Hajimari no Kiseki Rizia Mao, 1/8 scale by Kotobukiya. This one goes for 18,500 yen. Seems to be a pretty good price given what you're getting over here. Yeah. I don't know much about the origins of this character. They are one set, as you can see. Probably from some MMORPG game again, right? Nice character design. This reminds me of those MMORPG figures from like 10 years ago. The character design gives off that vibe, no? The figure is going to be well made, but don't expect too much detailing and weathering on the paintwork. Like, you look at the hair over there. Yeah, I expect it to be just plain bluish grey, Don't expect shading over there, but that is fine. 18,500 yen. Yeah, flat paint job. I can see it from this official pictures alone, and I don't expect the final products to be better than the prototypes anyway. Not for Kotobukiya. Next one here, Panda Art FXJ from Kotobukiya. So you're paying like, how much? 15,000 yen for a panda figure, which you could 3D print on your own. Yeah, I know not everyone owns a 3D printer, right? This is... yeah, this is just a figure of a panda. From Jujutsu Kaisen. Yeah, I did not watch the anime, so I didn't know there's a panda in there. Not something I would buy. On Tuesday 28th, I see 2 Sailor Moon figures there. I'm going to skip it. One Piece stuff, I'm skipping it. There's one dude over here. From Banana Fish, I actually watched the anime. It was actually okay. I enjoyed it. Ash Lynn's Statue and Ring Style 1x7 scale by Freeing. Freeing doesn't make much 1x7s nowadays. 14,000 yen for the regular version, 18k for the limited one. That is cheap actually, but one thing I don't like about this figure is how the shoulder is blocking half of the face. Not a fan of that, yeah. This is something fangirls would buy, not me. Back to this page. 27th, wow, a lot of figures released on this one single day. Is this an auspicious day or something? Based on Feng Shui, I have no idea. Okay, the first one, we have a figure of Megumin by CA Works. Is Kadokawa, by the way. CA Works, 1x7 scale school uniform version. Okay, so the thing with CA Works is more like a collaboration between Chara Ani. As you can see, Chara Ani is a figure brand, a very old one by the way. They have been around for over a decade. Chara Ani and Kadokawa working together, you have CA Works. Okay, so this one, quite nice. I like Shibuya Scramble Figures version a bit more, but if you don't like something that is too sophisticated, detailed and fragile, this is a good buy really. Yeah, I think this is the only figure of her in her school uniform outfit, so you might want to pick this one up. Yeah, very cheap, 14,000 yen standard, 16,500 yen for the exclusive version. This is very affordable, pick one up. Next one here, original character Oka Mizukin-chan, 1x7 scale by Wing Company, 20,000 yen. To me, what I see is Little Red Riding Hood. Maybe it is inspired by that, I have no idea, or Goldilocks. Because she is hugging a plushie of a wolf. Not something I would buy, right? Doesn't feel special in any way to me at least. The next one here, Mushoku Tensei, we have Roxy Migodia 1x7 scale by CA Works. This one goes for 18,000 yen. To me, it feels like her outfit looks very bulky, don't you think? There are like 16 different Roxy figures by now. This one is definitely not my favorite. Yeah, the outfit, the hat also, it looks very heavy. As if, you know, the whole thing is made from heavy, high quality leather of some kind. It is based on this artwork, but yet the figure does not really give off the same vibes as the artwork. Yeah, it feels different in some way. I'm not sure how to put it into words, but hey, 18k is a good price anyways, so if you like Roxy, maybe pick this one up, but only after looking at the user photos maybe. The next one here, Okamito Koshin Wheel, Spice and Wolf, another figure of Holo, also by CA Works, 1x7 scale wedding kimono version. Okay, so this one is 25,000 yen for the normal one, 33,000 yen for the exclusive version. We just saw 2 very affordable figures by CA Works. Why is this one so expensive? Maybe just cashing in on the popularity of the series, you know. There are a lot of old school fans of Spice and Wolf. She is like an evergreen character, like Evangelion characters. This is a very nice looking figure, but I still can't figure out why this thing is 25 to 33k. Are there bonus in the box? So far, my favorite figure of Holo came out many years ago. The one where she is in a green color outfit. I think she's working in some kind of pub or bar or tavern to be exact, where she is holding 2 mugs of beer. That is my favorite figure of her. This one is nice, but doesn't catch my fancy as much. Next one here, another Megumin figure, also another CA Works figure, 1x7 scale. This is hoodie look Chomosuke version. This one goes for 21,500 or 19,500. Still an okay price, cute figure. Oh, cast of a bull, but you know, I'm also concerned about paint transfer because her hoodie is dark color and then everything underneath is light colored. So in the long term, paint transfer might be a concern. You need to take that into account before deciding whether to buy this one or not. We'll pick this one up. This is a very nice figure to be honest. But yeah, I'm concerned about paint transfer. Up next, from the Idol Master Cinderella girls, we have Miyamoto Frederica 1x7 scale by Alter. This is a really good figure to have for under 20,000 yen. 18k before taxes, so she's more like 19 plus. Yeah. Look at the details on her outfit, man. Now, for some reason, Author makes very good Idolmaster figures and also Love Live figures, but somehow after release, after after a year, the value plunges anyway. The value goes down. It has happened to a few Author Imask figures. Well, of course not Kanzaki Ranko, that thing is special, but a number of Imask figures by Author has gone down in value somehow, and I don't know why. Man, I am enjoying the details on this figure. I don't see myself buying, but wow, look at that. This is a very good purchase for Idolmaster fans. I would even go as far and say this is a must-have for Imask collectors. Up next, this is Aqua Race Queen version by Kadokawa. This reminds me of my Saber figure, Saber Autoria, that was by Stronger and +1 in the same exact outfit. Yeah, same exact outfit. So why would I buy this one when I already have Saber and I like Saber more than this dumb goddess over here? But wow, there is a lot of Konosuba figures on this one single day. I really like how shiny her outfit is, but yeah, that is about it. I already have a very similar figure, so I don't see myself picking up this one. Next one, another Spice and Wolf figure, also called Kadokawa Holo, Chinese dress version, 19,000 yen. You know, if you want a Chinese dress version figure, maybe go for something made by Chinese brands. You know, some of them come with all those bonsai trees and so on, those original character designs. I think those Chinese dress figures, right, they feel more genuine. You can feel the traditional Chinese culture over there. Meanwhile, Japanese characters where you slap on a Chinese dress, this is mostly fan service. Doesn't feel as genuine to me, I don't know. But nonetheless, the special thing that's going on with this figure is the pose. I mean, yeah, that kung fu pose over there. Why would you serve apples on a dish like that? And you have taken a bite even. Nice figure to have for any Spice and Wolf fans, but if you're buying a figure because you want a Chinese dress figure, not because you want Holo, then I think this is the wrong figure to buy. So it really depends on whether you're looking for Holo or for Chinese dress specifically. Next one here, Yoshinon from Dead Alive. Another KD Call figure. Oh, this is Kadokawa and Plum. First time I'm seeing these two companies together in one single figure listing. Also not the best figure of Yoshinon, there are other figures of her, but unfortunately, those previous releases in the past, they might be very rare by today, very expensive as well. Yeah, this is just another swimwear figure to me, another swimsuit figure. So this is something that would probably only appeal to Dead Alive fans. 20,000 yen, well, okay price, that's about it. Next one here, Pop-Up Parade, Hatsune Miku. This is a vampire version. So this is something I can actually recommend you guys to pick one up. To me, it looks like Himiko Toga, you know, from BNHA, My Hero Academia. Himiko Toga cosplaying as Miku. That is what it feels like to me when I look at this figure of Miku. This isn't Miku at all. This is Himiko Toga being one. Okay, so whether this figure succeeds, whether this figure is considered good or not, it all depends on the face, right? So we are going to wait for the user photos to appear, and if the face, the mouth is as good as these product photos show, then this is a yes from me. Pick one up. This is a very nice figure. Going back to this page, there is one scale figure that really caught my attention. I want it really badly, but I don't know when I will purchase it. Doesn't feel that urgent when you already have a 1/7 scale figure of her in her original armor made by Alter, right? Yeah, I have the Alter version. This one is by Aniplex, Eiwei Matsui version. And yes, this figure is very monotonous in color. The color is kind of, you know, almost grayscale. So she doesn't attract me as much in terms of the first initial impression. But nonetheless, I would love to have this figure sometime in the near future. Yeah. This is an Aniplex exclusive, by the way, but I don't really see her becoming too rare after release. I'll wait for a couple of months and then go on Amazon, go on Mandarake and hunt around and see if I can get a decent deal on this figure. Yeah. I want one. And if I do purchase this one, this will only be my second gen Diak Ultra figure, by the way. I only have the Ultra version. 22,000 yen, yeah, more like 24k. That is okay, but I'm expecting to find her for 20,000 yen or so, a small discount. We will see. On Friday the 24th, there is only one single scale figure over there by Kaitendo. This one over here, original character Toki no Usagi Yuki 1/7 scale from Kaitendo. Okay, this one is 23,000 yen. And what the heck is that face? I don't know, this figure looks very cheaply made, don't you think? That transparent plastic band around her, it looks like supermarket plastic packaging. Yeah. Oh, okay. She is biting on a slice of strawberry or something, right? But I don't think they executed the face very well over here. It looks very weird no matter how I see. And yeah, the details on the back of her hair looks very blunted, like not much details going on. Even for 23,000 yen, which isn't high by today's standards, I'm not sure if I can recommend this at all. To me, it looks more like her tongue sticking out, even though it isn't. The face just looks really weird. No, this is a no for me. On Thursday 23rd, two scale figures released on this day. The first one here we have Ilyasviel von Einsbern, 1/7 scale Berserker class from Fate's Kaleid liner, Prisma Ilya, 3rd season. This is by Kadokawa and Kadokawa, and if you take a look at the price, 16,800 yen, that's like 18k including taxes. This is crazy cheap for what you're getting over here. A unique base, a huge, I'll just call that a sword, okay? It's not exactly a sword, but I call it a sword. Yeah. What you're getting with this as an entire package, 18,000 yen, is a crazy steal. Even if this is 20,000 yen, it is still worth picking one up. Personally, as a Fate series fan, well, this isn't really a high priority to me because Fate Kaleid liner isn't really my main focus. Yeah, and I already forgot about the existence of this figure, by the way, until I saw it today during the recording of this video. This is a great value buy. Kadokawa's figures, they can be a bit overpriced sometimes given the quality they're giving to you. Their figures are like also Kotobukiya level, B grade at most, at best, but they are good buys nonetheless, especially at this price. Also, there's one more thing I would like to discuss with you guys. Two things in fact. The first one is I never really understood the concept of Fate Kaleid liner where the normal humans, the magicians, transform into servants with these Yu-Gi-Oh cards, you know, servant cards. But doesn't matter, right? The animation is great, including the Yuri part. And then the soundtrack is great. A lot of things about this anime is excellent. Not many things wrong about it. And the next thing is that there are so many different figures of Ilya out there, but 99% of them are fan service stuff. Where is the normal version of her? Like, you know, what we saw in Fate Stay Night? Her wearing that long coat, purple color coat. Yeah, her normal version, in fact. No scale figures of her. That is what I want. Up next, also from Kadokawa and Kadokawa, 1/7 scale Faputa from Made in Abyss. This is the funny part. This figure goes for 27,000 yen limited, 25,000 yen for the regular version. Why is this thing 8,000 yen more than Ilya earlier, which is a more detailed, more sophisticated looking figure? Yes, I know that Made in Abyss is very popular. To be honest, I never liked the anime, but you can't deny the fact that it is very popular, right? Is that the reason that Kadokawa pushed up the pricing? Or is it because of the licensing cost, or there are other factors? I'll leave the questions to you to answer me in the comments below. I would like to hear your opinion as well. But 27k for this, I don't think it is justifiable at all, to be honest. Now that I noticed one thing, look at the materials down here. It is mentioned flocking and plastic, not PVC and ABS. I have no idea what is flocking. Is it some exquisite material resulting in a higher price? If you know something, yeah, please let me know, right? Going back to this page, no new scale figures on 21st and 20th of March. Down to 19th of March, there are a few over here. Let's have a look. A Toho figure. What are the remaining three? I can't really tell. Okay, the first one over here from Samurai Spirits, Mamahaha. Nakoguru 1/6 scale. Ah, Hiko Studio, Unique Art Studio. Must be one of those Chinese brands. You know, they make all those huge polystone figures at a very high price. Yep, this is a 1/6 scale, 6.6 kilograms you see down here. And the overall height of the figure, 53 centimeters. This is a huge figure. So the price of this figure, what is the price? 4,588 CNY, Chinese yuan. How much is that? Anyways, I just put the conversion up here in the screen. Okay, I'm too lazy to think. I'm recording this after work, right? Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, this looks like something from Toho when you look at her from far. One of those huge diorama figures which these third-party resin figure brands like to do nowadays in China, in Japan both. And all these dioramas, they are excellent excuses to jack up the price by a huge margin, but who cares, right? A lot of people, a lot of collectors out there with deep pockets, they love figures like this. So there is a market for everything. This isn't the kind of thing I would like, because to me it feels a bit too cluttered. I love dioramas, don't get me wrong, but as a display piece, this can look a bit too messy to my own liking. Yeah. Up next, original character Neko from Union Creative. This one, 23,400 yen. 25 centimeters tall, that's like 1/7 scale. This is a very nice character design. I love this a lot. Like, you know, this kind of figures over here, characters like this, they were never on my radar. It is very unlikely for me to buy them, but nonetheless, I really appreciate them a lot. The face expression is a bit mundane, like not much going on, but you know, you look at the gradients around the hair strands, those dark and light browns, all those shading and weathering. I think that is what attracted me the most about this figure. It is always the paint work, the extra effort into color grading that makes me like a figure a lot. Hopefully Union Creative does exactly what is shown in these product photos, because this figure really needs it, right? The next one here, yeah, Kanojo mo Kanojo, I watched the anime. Saki Saki China version from Union Creative. 16,000 yen only, 24 centimeters tall, 1/7. Very plain and simple figure, you know. I would have mistaken this as a prize figure from far. Yes, you look up close, the figure will appear more detailed and more refined than a prize figure, but from far, it looks almost like a prize figure to me. Not something I would buy, really. There are so many Chinese dress figures out there, right? And this is one of the more plain ones out there. Same thing for this one over here. Minase Nagisa. Yeah. Both of these are meant to be a pair. So if you liked the anime, maybe pick up this pair of figures. But otherwise, I would say give it a skip, right? On the 17th Friday, this is a Sega price, and yeah, I'm skipping it. Okay, no scale figures on 17th. 16th, there is one. I'm skipping that. Is that Sasuke? I'm skipping him. Okay, the first one here, Yoki from Sword Art Online, KD Call, 1/7 scale summer wedding version. 20,000 yen for the limited, 17,500 yen for the regular version. This is a good buy. I mean, we have gotten so many Sinon figures, Asuna figures, and so on. Yuki, not many, right? Personally, I'm not a fan of all these wedding stuff, wedding dress. They are just fan service. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with fan service, alright? I love anime like To Love Ru, edgy anime. That is a 1000% fan service anime. But when it comes to Sword Art Online, isekai stuff, virtual stuff, game stuff, you know, I would prefer figures where the character is being represented the way they look like in the anime or the original content. Like a figure of Asuna in her armor, what we saw in the anime, that would be excellent. Wedding dress, not really my priority unless you like her a lot and you are collecting multiple different versions of a figure. Then by all means, go for it. This figure has a very good price, 20k or less. Pop-Up Parade. Okay, so Pop-Up Parade Anya is out on the 15th of March. Very cheap if I remember correctly. Yes, 3,500 yen. Can get her for 3,300 yen maybe. So this is the price of a prize figure. Maybe 10-20% more, but will Good Smile do a good job on this figure? We will see. Are there any user photos? No, none yet. Too early, right? So you might want to pick up this one if you like Anya. Okay. We go down to the 14th of March. There's one really nice Eurocamp figure over here. What is this character? And then Mob Psycho. Pop-up parade. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, so the first one over here, Shimarin from Eurocamp Foot Bath version by Ami. 17,200 yen. Great price. Look at what she's getting over here. A huge big bench over there, wooden bench. This should be something you'll see at an onsen, I think. Yeah, this is a good purchase. This is a very nice figure indeed. I've never purchased any figure that is made by Ami. I don't think Ami manufactures the figure themselves. It is outsourced. All happens all the time. But anyways, this is a good buy if the figure turns out to be very decent. The next one here, Boku no Hero Academia Amajiki Tamaki. No wonder I couldn't recognize it because I don't watch BNHA. This one is made by Belfine and Takara Tomy. 22,500 yen. The sound of the figure breaking. Crack. No, Belfine figures, they are not like Fort Japan figures, right? They are not the same. Belfine is still better than Fort Japan. Yeah, I don't watch BNHA. I don't watch shonen stuff in general, so this is a pass for me. Up next, we have Nanachi from Made in Abyss. This is a pop-up parade by Good Smile. Okay, so no user photos yet at the time of recording. So if the figure turns out to be any decent, then this might be a good purchase to see all those details, all those minor details of her fur. They might turn out really nice because the last time I bought a figure with something similar, like a similar surface texture, there was one pop-up parade, I can't remember the name anymore. Guzmao did a good job on that. So there's a likelihood that this figure might turn out decent, but at the same time, yeah, the pose is very plain, like not a fan of Made in Abyss, so I'm skipping this. The next one, Mob Psycho Kageyama Shigio. Yeah, we are buying price figure for 4 or 5,000 yen here. What the heck is this? Man, this is price figure. This looks like a price figure. Yeah, the character design is like that, I get it, but still. This looks more like meme material to me, man. Right, this is a pass. The next one, same thing as well. Reigen Arataka, out on 14th of March. Up next, Ichigo from Darling the France. The pop-up parade has been released already as well. One of the most hated characters in the series, but really, if you would like a figure of her, I would suggest saving up a bit more and going for the same scale figure by Good Smile Company. The one where she is leaning against, some kind of railing behind her. That is a very good figure, and given that she isn't a popular character for obvious reasons, I doubt that her value would be very high a year after release maybe. So yeah, go for the scale figure if you can find her for a decent price, right? Pop-up parades are really for those who are strictly on a very low budget. I accidentally skipped 2 figures earlier. Let's have a look. On the 15th of March, this figure was released. HK416 1/7 scale. This is the Mod 3 heavy damage version by Fat Company. She is one of the most popular characters in Girls Frontline, and as you can see, I wishlisted this figure. I don't plan on purchasing her immediately after release. She was just released, by the way, but we will see because my budget is limited. 20,000 yen is a great price, really. And look at all of the details around her. Her rifle, her outfit, and look at her ID card, her ID tag over here. That is amazing amount of detail on this figure. I really hope Fat Company gets this figure right. Man, I am a sucker for details. If you have been watching my videos for a while, you know that, right? So something like this is totally up my alley. I don't have a single Girls Frontline figure yet, by the way. I'm not sure if this would be my first one, but I would like her to be. Next one is also from Girls Frontline. This is a 1/4 scale OTS-14 Dinner Dictator heavy damage version. 36,000 yen is not bad for a 1/4 scale, especially you're getting a broken pillar over there. I'm not sure what is so heavily damaged about this figure, but You know, with anime characters, when they say damage, it's just torn clothes, by the way. I love the face expression. This is nice. This is very nice. The rifle over there, I think the rifle could use more details, but hey, you're getting a very detailed column or pillar over there, broken pillar. Yeah, as you can see, some broken clothes. Torn clothes, so heavy damage version. This is a good buy. This is a very good buy. Let's hope Freeing gets it right with the paintwork. Okay, up next, we move down to the 13th of March. One single skill figure over here that got my attention. Okay, from Saekano, we have Megumi Kato, 1x7 skill memorial version by Alter. This is only 15,000 yen. Nice, very nice. You see, the thing with Alter is that they don't cut corners regardless of whether the figure is a premium expensive one or one that is on the lower end of the pricing scale. So regardless of whether this is a 15,000 yen or 40,000 yen figure, Alter doesn't mess up the cheaper versions, right? They don't cut corners with the cheaper versions. So this figure is very ordinary, very plain. You can even say that you want to skip this one and that is perfectly fine. But you can count on Alter to do a good job with the paintwork over here. Yeah. No user photos yet. Oh, there is one user photo already. Let's have a look. Looks great. Looks very well made. I like her eyes. I like her hair. You know, the tip of her hair. There's some purple color transition over there. Very nice. But I really can't say much from this one single photo alone. Okay, we go back to this page. On the 12th, no figures on 12th and 11th of March. 10th of March, no figures as well. We go all the way down to the 8th of March. Okay. That's Sachi, I can tell already. That must be Sachi from that inferior version Nisekoi anime. Kirino must be a pop-up parade, right? That is a 10-year-old anime. More Miku's. Wait, is this a price figure? Yeah, price figure. I'm skipping it. Okay. See, I told you. This is from Kakunao Inazuke, aka Inferior Nisekoi. I'm sorry to those who made the anime, right? I mean, your anime is fine. The producers, the directors, I'm telling you guys, your anime is fine, but Nisekoi was a lot more memorable, seriously. Amano Erika, 18,000 yen. This is made by KD Call Kadokawa. Basically, this is like a 1x7 scale version of what Freeing does, right? You see this issue with this figure over here, the stocking is, how do I put it, doesn't look refined enough, you know. I mean, you look at, yeah, I know I keep bringing up Alter, but you look at Scarhack FGO, the Bunny version by Alter, you look at the stocking and then compare it to this one. This one is not as refined in comparison. This looks like something that you can find on the bootleg version of the Scarhack figure, yes. 17k is not a lot of money, but this is a skip for me, right? Nothing unique about this figure. The same thing can be said for Sachi, Umino Sachi. Yeah, these two are a pair. Now, the thing with KD Call that I find it funny is that some of the figures are really detailed, really high-end, high-quality looking, and then the next thing you know, they make something like this. I have no idea what is going on over there. It almost feels like there are two different product lines, you know. Two different product lines where one is a premium product line and one is a budget one. And this looks like one from the latter. Up next, from Hikaru no Go, Shindo Hikaru pop-up parade. Alright. I did not watch Hikaru no Go, right? But somehow the character is very familiar. The face, the character design looks like something I've watched before in a different anime. I like the pose though. Yeah, the pose is very nice. Not my kind of thing. Next one over here. There, pop-up parade. Kirino Kosaka, perhaps the biggest, perhaps the one of the worst tsunderes can find, right? After Louis from Zero no Tsukaima, I mean, tsundere girls can be cute, but this is the abusive type, and no thank you. No thank you. I'm not sure why her brother even fell for her, man. Gokoguri Kuroneko is a much nicer girl, much better girl, despite her scenic attitude. And that's all for March. No figures for 7th to 1st of March. At the bottom here, more figures will go through them. There are a lot of figures in this section, so I'm going to be more selective. I'm skipping past all those One Piece and Dragon Ball stuff, if any, and the male characters in general, price figures too. I will focus on Bishoujo characters. Okay, so the first one over here, Iowa from Kankole. This is by Questkill. 32,000 yen, supposed to be out this month, but no release date. We have no idea whether she is actually out this month or she is being delayed. But man, this is a very nice figure of her. If you are a fan of Kankole, maybe pick this one up. Those ship parts over there, this looks fantastic, and Questkill, they make excellent figures. Just that, I know that Kankole fans won't like this at all, but Kankole seems to be really overshadowed by Azale nowadays in terms of the popularity. So it is a very nice thing to see a high quality of figure from Kankole popping up every once in a while. Yeah. 32k is expensive, but if this figure were to come out next year, this is a 40,000+ yen figure. So this is a good buy for any Kankole fans. Look at the base support over there, those water effect parts. Yeah, this is nice, right? Okay, next one we have Okumura Haru from Persona 5. This is by Genesis and Milestone. Actually don't know much about this brand. Supposed to be out this month, but no release date. If I'm not mistaken, was it Mega House or Questkill also made a figure of her? Or was it Amakuni? Either one, Amakuni, Mega House, or Questkill. So if you want to play safe, maybe go for that brand. No user pictures yet, of course, just came out, right? Or maybe not yet even. Next one, Shishigaya Toka from Grisaya Phantom Trigger. 1/6 scale by Orchid Seed. 18,700 yen. Grisaya, this is nostalgic. I watched the anime so many years ago, really enjoyed it. And there were many figures from this series which became very rare and expensive. I don't remember their names anymore. Oh boy, this is going to trigger some SJWs, Social Justice Warriors Online, but man, I love this figure. Orchid Seed is an X-rated figure brand, by the way, but I don't see this being an ecchi figure because, well, the anime wasn't exactly that X-rated either. Just mild ecchi. I've forgotten about Orchid Seed even. Orchid Seed makes very few figures nowadays. It feels like they release less than 5 figures a year. I don't know. But Orchid Seed as a brand, I own several of their figures. And their figures are actually good. Very well made. They are a very highly regarded brand in my books. So if you are interested in this figure, yeah. Once she is out, maybe pick one up. Next one is also Grisaya. We have Fukami Reina 1/6 scale by Orchid Seed as well. 18,000 yen. Yeah, basically you're paying 18k for a bikini swimsuit figure. Once again, if you liked Grisaya, you might want to pick up this figure. Man, it has been ages since I've last heard from Orchid Seed. Yeah, I don't expect this to be castable because the anime isn't something like that. 18k is a good price, really. Next one, oh, this figure of Iroha. I thought that she would be out last month. I featured her in the last month's video. There was no release date, right? But apparently she isn't out yet. She has been pushed into this month with no release date yet. So we don't know if there is another delay we are looking at. This figure of Iroha. I actually covered her last month because there was no release date. She has been delayed into this month, no release date yet. So are we looking at another delay? I have no idea. This is one of the bargains of the year, you know, 1/6 scale for 15,000 yen. So if you liked the anime, maybe pick this one up. Let's have a look at the comments section. Yeah, no news, nothing. Has she been delayed again? Up next, another Orchid Seed figure. We have Komikawa Aoi, 1/6 scale, original character. This one is 21,000 yen, supposed to be out this month as well. This looked like that Denpa Ona something anime that came out 10 years ago. Denpa Ona something. Yeah, it looks like that very same character, but in adult form. No, this one isn't very attractive to me. And what the heck is the photographer doing? Like, these are really bad official pictures, to be honest. The background is too bright. You shouldn't be using white color background for a figure that is mostly white color. I have no idea what the photographer is doing. No, this figure is a no for me. Like, no, nothing much going on. Too plain simple. This next figure over here is one of the bargains of the month for us collectors and one of the regrets of the month for those working in Furio. A 1x8 scale figure of Albedo in Yukata for only 16,800 yen. 18k yen including taxes for a 1x8 by Furio and Phoenix. You know, I could imagine how much regret there is over in Furio's camp in the office for pricing this figure way too low, and as a response they vowed revenge. Like, this year every figure we are putting up for pre-order is going to be 30 plus, 40 plus thousand yen. We are going to make up for the losses in the past year. Yeah, so this is a bargain. Like I said, this is a good purchase even though the post isn't very interesting, you know. So if you like Albedo, even though this isn't the best Albedo figure out there by a long shot, this is something you might want to pick one up. Yeah, she comes with a special set with irons over there for 32,000 yen, which is still a good buy, right? That is like 16,000 each. The next one here, we have a figure of Ayanami Wei version Radio Eva by Hobby Max. This one is only 13,000 yen. There are two color versions, by the way. This monotonous version over here. This one isn't attractive at all compared to Asuka. You know, the Asuka monotonous version is beautiful. I love it a lot. For Ayanami Wei, I guess that she is a pretty dull character in terms of her personality. So this figure, this outfit, this fashion over here reflects her character. This one isn't attractive at all compared to Asuka version. Yeah. The next one here is a figure of Golden Darkness, Konjiki no Yami from To Love Good Darkness. This one is a 1x7 by Emon Toys for 19,000 yen. My advice for Yami figures is very simple. If you find one in stock, you did not pre-order one, you find her in stock, buy one immediately before you regret it, because Yami is one of the most popular characters in the series alongside Momo, Bilia, Devalyuk. And every figure that has come out featuring Yami, they will become very rare and expensive within a few months. So really pick this one up if you like her before it is too late. Next one, we have Shiranui from Omyozi, 1x7 scale by... Up next, a 1x7 scale Shiranui from Omyoji. This is by Wings Incorporated, a Good Smile subsidiary as well. 25,000 yen, fairly expensive, but look at the amount of features, effect parts, wow. I am so afraid that a figure like this would break, would fracture during the shipping process, you know. I would love to hear from the collectors, the purchasers of this figure. Did the figure break during shipping? Very nice and unique figure, but those flame effect parts, those are really scary, man. See, in stock in Ninin game, I think this figure is already released even though there is no release date. Oh, there is a video reviewing the figure. I'll check out the video later. Yeah, this is a major concern in terms of the durability of the figure. Next one from Senki Jesho Symphogear. Yeah, this one is very popular as well. Kazanari Tsubasa 1x7 scale. This must be a re-release, right? This figure came out before? No, this is a first release, I see. Senki Jesho Symphogear, their figures become very expensive as well after release within a few months. So if you liked the series, maybe pick this one up. Yeah, I don't like that metal rod supporting her at all, but what can you do, right? The weight distribution is not balanced. Very dynamic pose. I like the pose a lot. Going for 27,000 yen, man, that is so expensive. But I just told you Senki Jesho Symphogear is crazy popular. So maybe that is why they made her very expensive, because the fans would pay for one anyway. No, I'm not picking up this one. Okay, up next we have a 1x7 scale of Kana Kamui from Kobayashi Made Dragon. Haregi version by Furio. This is cheap, right? There you see, 16,300 yen. The amount of regret going on in Furio's office. Yeah, this is a good buy. If you like her, pick one up, because next year, Furio's Phoenix figure, they are not going to be cheap anymore. This is a good buy, really. Next one, a figure of Shiro from No Game No Life. This is Alice in Wonderland version. This one is going for 30,000 yen. That is an amazing setup for this figure of Shiro over here. Look at that book over there. Man, 30k in today, year 2023, this is a good price for this figure. Let's see if she is already out. You see, she is going for 75,000 yen in Solaris, Japan. If you did not pre-order one, I guess you're screwed. I don't know. 75,000 yen, really? Oh no, there's something wrong with this figure apparently. Mine just arrived with an unacceptable quality. Glue burns, marks and residue, missed paint, scratches and missed cuts. You see, this is the thing with eStream and Shibuya Scramble Figure. I was a huge critic of their products in the past for very valid reasons, and apparently there are people getting problems with this figure. So I just got her in the mail today, didn't open her yet, but one of Sora's bunny ears is loose and moving around the box. Someone please tell me his ears are detachable and Ami just didn't send me a broken figure. Most of the problems with mine are due to glue. You see, sometimes I feel that people rate eStream and Shibuya Scramble Figure a bit too highly. No, their figures are very detailed, surely enough, but the quality control sometimes is questionable. So there are problems with this figure of Shiro. Hopefully, if you purchased one, you get a very good copy, really. Next one is a 1x7 Aisaka Taiga in wedding dress by Chara Ani for 18,000 yen. That is a decent price, really. So Aisaka Taiga, Toradora, a classic, 20-year-old classic. A lot of people love the anime, though I'm not sure why would you like an abusive girlfriend. Yeah, to me, tsundere and abusive are two different things, right? Abusive tsunderes, I don't like them at all. Yeah, they are interesting, they are funny in anime, but in real life, you wouldn't want to date someone like that. Aisaka Taiga is like borderline between tsundere and abusive. I would argue that, yeah, Kirino Kosaka from Oreno Imoto is far worse. Right, so for fans of Taiga, you might want to pick this one up. Up next, we have another Holo figure. This is a re-release. I remember this one. I'm not sure if I want a figure which looks like fried cabbage to me, but it is up to you. Up next, we have another figure of Rimuru Tempest, also by Shibuya Scramble Figure. This one is going for 32,000 yen. I'm not sure if I like this one. The previous version is so much better. The one with wings and with those energy shields over there. Yeah, I liked that one so much that I nominated that figure as one of the best figures of year 2022 last year. This one feels more like a fan service version to me. Well, maybe not exactly, but no, this is not as nice as the previous version that came out last year. The next one, another Shibuya Scramble figure. We have Milim Nava. This one looks fantastic. Wow. Is this a Chinese New Year version or something? Yeah, this looks like a Chinese New Year, Lunar New Year decoration to me. This is a very attractive figure of Milim Nava. Very, very detailed. How much is this figure going for? I like this one a lot. This one is 32,000 yen as well. Is she already out? 4-month delay. 4-month delay. Okay, this figure isn't coming out yet. Not much. Not this month, right? Let's skip through it. The next one here, a 1x7 scale figure of Emilia and Park in Chinese dress version. This is by Furio and Phoenix for 25,000 yen. Yeah, more expensive than the last few I covered. But obviously, this is because of the props, the effect parts, and the base over there. But you know, with these ReZero figures, so many different versions, and 95% of them are things you don't see in the light novel or in the anime. So they feel very out of character to me, which is the main reason why I don't feel attracted to these figures. Surely there are a lot of you guys buying Ram figures, Emilia figures non-stop just because you like the character, and the more unique that version is, Chinese dress, wedding version, whatever it is, the more unique it is, the more you like it. But the way I look at figures is a bit different, where I don't like when things go out of context. Like an outfit like this does not feel like it reflects the character very well in the anime. Though that is what I personally feel. I think this is something subjective, of course. Next one over here, a a 1x4 scale of Asuna. This must be one of those expensive kimono cloth ones, right? Yeah, 153,000 yen. Is she already out? Delayed till... No news yet, so we will see. But this isn't something normal figure collectors buy, right? Real kimono cloth. Okay, next one we have Holo. Another Holo figure. There are so many Holo figures this month. Is it an anniversary of something? This one is by Belfine though, 25,000 yen, and Belfine not good at all. I like the character design. I like the outfit over here. I like the umbrella a lot. The problem is I don't trust Belfine. So maybe we wait for user feedback and look for all the user pictures before deciding whether to purchase one. Up next we have Meno, Shouke Shoujo no Virgin God, seasonal anime. Alice Glint and Ami. This one is, wow, quite expensive. 26,700 yen for the regular version. Very nice rock base. You know, I like the pose of this figure a lot. Very dynamic action pose. I would love to have one, seriously. If not for my limited budget, if the figure actually turns out very well made, I can certainly recommend this figure. This is a very nice figure. No user pictures yet because I'm very early. Feels like she gonna get delayed again. Yeah, so we don't know if this figure is out already this month. But my initial impressions based on these official product pictures, very positive. Nice photo by the way. Next one, Tokisaki Kurumi Phoenix 1x7 scale Shiomuku version. 25,800 yen. I'm skipping this one, of course. There are so many Kurumi figures, but I prefer one that actually depicts her actual character, you know. This series has been going on for a long time. It started with a Ram figure several years back, but this isn't my cup of tea. The next one here, Mega House GEM series Uzui Tengen from Kime Yaiba. GEM series, they are non-scale, but going by the height, 23 centimeters, this is 1x8 or 1x9. Tengen is a very tall character, 190 plus centimeters I think. So 23 centimeters is actually pretty small. 23,500 yen feels expensive, but hey, you're getting something other than a plain round disc for the base at least. Is this a good purchase? Well, in the end, we have to wait for the user photos, I guess. Mega House GEM series, they are okay, but at the same time, don't expect too much. I do like the base, to be honest. But there are so many figures of Uzui Tengen that I couldn't keep up. This is just another one. Up next, a 1x7 scale Princess of the Crystal from Mawaru Penguin Drum. 10th anniversary version by Phoenix and Furio. This one goes for 26,000 yen, very expensive to be honest. But yeah, that huge dress over there, right? To be expected, I guess. You know, this anime, it was a seasonal anime 10 years ago. The anime wasn't very popular. There were like 2 or 3 scale figures of her that came out back then. Every single one of them bargain binned. You could find one for 5,000, 6,000 yen back then, down from 9 or 10,000 yen. So this character, this figure, they were not selling very well back then. I'm not sure why Phoenix bothered to make one and put her up for pre-order back in year 2022. Maybe they know something that I don't. Maybe there is a demand over in Japan. But yeah, the figures of this character back then, they did not do very well at all. In fact, the figures of this character, they were some of the worst bargain bins I've ever seen in my years of collecting anime figures. Next one here, we have Hisagawa Nagi from Idolmaster Cinderella Girls. This is by Plum. Yeah, I think I covered this in just a few videos back, right? Is this a re-release? Oh, this is an exclusive but not really a re-release. Then my memory have served me wrong. Plum and the lollies, you know, these two are lolly characters in my opinion, and very attractive looking ones. I love the candy pastel colors over there. So if you are a fan of IMAS, maybe pick this one up. Are they actually out? 21,000 yen each. Someone thinks that the figure is a bit overpriced. Well, yeah, the figures are kind of plain when you look at them individually. 21k feels high. No news yet, might be delayed. Up next, we have a 1x7 scale Anya Forger from Phoenix. This is going for 13,000 yen only. Short character, right? What do you expect? Really, this trio of characters, they are really worth having the figures by Phoenix. I love it a lot. Okay, but the release date, we have no idea because according to users, she might be delayed. No news at all. No one is getting any invoice or payment request, you know? So we'll see. The last figure for today, Sokno original character from Daiki Kogyo, 23,000 yen. Interesting character design over there. But according to the users below, delayed to May. Yeah, so we'll talk more about her in May later on, right? I'm feeling tired covering this video, this Monday release. You know, there are so many figures to cover. So that is all for today's video on March scale figure release highlights. Which figure will you be purchasing after release? Let me know down in the comments below. And thank you very much for watching. I shall see you guys again very soon this weekend. And goodbye.